Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Rum. You're back with another lesson. Well, willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wahadu Kakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders and bishops of Great Millstone on Taught is true. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai by their faith in the Lord. I just had a dream I want to bring out, just put on wax through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem. I was shot a dream last night. And in my dream, I brung it up at camp a couple hours ago, but now it started to hit me in my dream. So my dream, I was looking through a window and I seen 3 tornadoes of fire. And I was trying to find a picture to kind of symbolize the tornadoes in my dream, but I couldn't find one that was basically accurate compared to what I've seen in my dream. It's more like this. It was mixed with it was gray and fire inside of just like this. And in my dream, I had people calling me trying to find out what was going on. And I didn't know at the time. Like I said, I just thought it was a tornado in my dream. And like I said, it was just a dream. And now I'm looking at the spiritual aspects of the dream. And like I said, I seen 3, and I had people calling me trying to find out what was going on. Did I see what was going on? And I remember just, looking at the dream, looking it through a window. And I remember I've been having dreams about storms coming. I remember one many years ago, I had a dream that Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar and Apostle Ramlab, they came to me in a dream. And I remember Apostle Tahar and Apostle Ramlab, they vanished from the dream, but Apostle Gabar stayed. And he told me in the dream, he said, this is what I was coming to warn you of, a major storm coming. And I could see the storm. I remember to this very day, I could see the storm very far off. And both of us was looking at the storm, but I remember him telling me, this is what I was coming to warn you about. And as he told me about told me about the storm coming, I had one dream, man, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And I probably think the dream that I had, I say probably about 6 or 7 years ago when he came to me and warned me about the dream, about the storm is coming. Then I had one like 2 or 3 years later after that. And I remember this like it was yesterday as well. In the dream, nobody was there. The apostle had already warned me many years before. But I remember being in this dream here, the second dream I had about the storm coming. I remember that I was on my deck and I was grilling out. And I had some on the grill. And I remember seeing a storm coming. And it was a terrible storm. I told my wife about it. I said it was a terrible storm coming. And I could see it clear as day, the storm coming. It was terrifying. And I remember telling my wife, I was like, man, I had a dream. Last night I seen a terrible storm coming. And I ran into the house because the storm was coming. Now, all the way up until the time now, the storm I seen was here. So, just putting all these dreams together, the Lord opened my eyes to see the dream that Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlab came, and then Apostle Gabar telling me he come to warn me about a terrible storm that's coming. Then I seen a storm, many years later, I seen a storm afar off come. And now this dream I had last night, it kind of made sense to me. These are the storm coming up into this very day that Apostle Gabar warned me about that was coming. So in a dream, I seen 3 tornadoes. It was terrible tornadoes. And they was like this in fire. It was fiery tornadoes twisting. And like I said, I was looking through a window and I could see the storms. And I think it was family members or friends, I don't know who exactly it was, calling me. So like I said before, I just thought it was a regular tornado. And then I looked up the whirlwind, because it basically refers to a whirlwind as a tornado as well. So this is a quick sum of my dream. And I looked it up. It says a column of air moving rapidly around and around in a conjugal or funnel shape. And that was a tornado. That's what I seen in my dream. Now, looking at it, that was a whirlwind. It says use in similes or metaphors to describe a very energetic or tumultuous person or process. And that storm that, like I said before, that Apostle Gabar warned me of, and I seen many years after that, the storm kept coming. And now I'm just through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, that storm is here. That storm is here. And like I said, just the whirlwind, like I said, at first it was a tornado to me. Then I would look up at spiritual, and I was starting to look into the spiritual aspect because I brought it up at camp. Now that tornado, now it hit me as a whirlwind. The Lord was showing you that a whirlwind of fire is coming. A great judgment is coming. And now, I don't want to hit a couple scriptures, and I'm going to hit the whirlwind. And it's, let's play it in the Greek. In the Hebrew.
Strong's H, 5591. First reading, Sa'er.
Sa'er.
Sa'er. Second reading, Se'ara. Se'ara.
Se'ara. So it goes into tempest, storm, whirlwind, tempest. And, they basically refers to as a hurricane, storm, tempest, whirlwind. And that's what I seen in the dream, man. It was three of them. Three tornadoes, which, like I said, I seen in my dream was three tornadoes, but there was whirlwinds. And I want to also hit the meaning of in the King James, which we just got it in the blue, in the Strong's Concordance. And he says, in the King James Version of the Bible, whirlwind is used to describe both natural phenomenon and divine manifestation of power or judgment. And see, those three whirlwinds, man, it was judgment, man. Because people was calling me trying to figure out what was going on. And he says, it often symbolizes the destructive force of power's wrath. And that's what's coming, man. It says, or the suddenness and intensity of his actions. That's the whirlwind that the Apostle Gabal was warning me of that was coming. Now we see it. I can see it here clear as day now, man. That whirlwind, the storm, that terrible storm that he warned me about was coming. And like I said, I've been seeing this for many years, these dreams of the storm coming. And now this is finally here. That's what, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, that's what I believe that he was showing me through the dream last night. That terrible storm is finally here. And I just want to kind of hit a couple scriptures just to back up the point that I know the Lord's fierce anger is coming, man. This is Nahum 1, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, power is jealous, and Yahweh Shem Shai revengeth. Yahweh Shem Shai revengeth. He is furious. Yahweh Shem Shai will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies. See, if you're not coming into this truth, you're enemy to the Lord, man. If you're not repenting and returning to the Lord, you're enemy. And that's what we, out in highways and byways, want our people to repent. Yahweh Shem Shai is slow to anger, so you had time to repent, and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. See that? You're not going to get away, man. You're enemy of the Lord. He's not going to acquit you. It says Yahweh Shem Shai has his way in the whirlwind. See that? The judgment. We just read it. It is destructive judgment. And that's coming, man. That storm is finally here, man, through the Spirit. And that's what I was saying at camp today. I was saying, through the Spirit, the grace period is ending, man. It's time for the harvest. And that's, man, it's so heavy to me now looking back at the dream, trying to, recollect the things that I've seen in the dream. And then now at camp, what I was speaking about, now it's starting to hit me. The Spirit was on me to bring that out, that the grace period is ending. It's time for the harvest, man. Those that seeking Yahweh Shem Shai, it's time for the harvest, man, before the judgment comes, man. Because that whirlwind, I seen three tornadoes of fire, man. And they was big. They wasn't small. They was big, and they was twisting and ground each other. And they were just wreaking havoc. From what I seen, I can't tell you the whole, like it was a movie or nothing, but I got to see the destructive power was fire in those tornadoes, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. See that? You're not going to get out of the wrath of the Lord, man. Yahweh Shem Shai had his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and in the clouds are the dust of his feet, man. So the Lord is going to do his will, man. And you can't come against the Lord and think, well, Lord know my heart. The Lord know me. He know what I know, man. It don't work like that. We have to repent and return to the Lord, man, because this judgment I seen was finally here. That's what through the Spirit. That's what I believe the Lord was telling me. The storm is finally here. This is Jeremiah 23, and I'm gonna drop down to verse 18. It says, "For I'll go up one." It says, "Yeah, I'll go up one." It says, "They say still unto them that despise me." Yahweh Shem Yahushua has said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. And that's what these pastors have told our people, man. That nothing is going to happen. Everything is going to be good. No judgment is coming. And that's what these people believe, man. I'm speaking to my people as well. They believe that. Not knowing the Lord is going to bring great judgment in the earth. It says, For who has stood in the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and have perceived and heard his word? Who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gone forth in fury. And that's what we warn you of. That whirlwind is going to go forth in fury. Even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. And that's what we tell our people constantly, man. Repent to the Lord, man. This judgment is coming, man. It's finally here. And I can't say what's going to happen tomorrow. Judgment going to be, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he showed me the storm was finally here. And that's what I believe, man. Through these dreams I seen and then what I spoke at camp, it's all hit me now. That storm that I seen afar off is finally here. The anger of Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. And that's what's going to happen. In the latter days, ye shall consider it perfectly. See, now, in the latter days, we can consider the wrath of the Lord perfectly, man. We know what's coming. We can't say, well, it's going to be tomorrow, it's going to be the 20. But the point is, it's coming, man. Like I said, the Lord is warning me through this dream last night. It was 3 dreams that's basically connected for many years all together, and that day is finally here, man. The judgment is finally here. And like I said before, I can't tell you it's going to be tomorrow, it's going to be 10 days from now. I can't tell you any of that. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that storm that was told to me by Apostle Gabar in a dream, and then I seen it many years later, afar off. It was closer than what it was when Apostle Gabar had told me. It finally got closer. The next dream, it finally got closer. And these are many years apart, man. Until now, this dream I had last night, that storm has finally got close. And I was looking through my window at the storm. It finally got close enough. Because like I said before, I went in the second dream, I seen a storm far off, and I hurried up and ran in the house. See, and I was looking down. I was down through the spirit. I just remember I was looking through the window at a terrible storm. It was 3 tornadoes, which was whirlwinds of fire, man. That terrible storm I seen afar off finally has got close to my door. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, things are finna start happening, man. Things are finna start happening. I can see it plain as day. Not saying I'm just connected to the Lord where nobody else can see anything else, but I'm just telling you what I've been shown from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, through the Spirit. This is Jeremiah 30, and I'm going to drop down to verse 22. It says, behold, the whirlwind of Yahweh Shem Yahushua go forth with fury. And that's what I seen in a storm. It was terrible, man. It says, a continual whirlwind, it shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. See that? It's coming, man. It's not going to be turned around. It's not going to be taken down. The wrath of the Lord is here, man. The furious anger of Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall not return until he have done it. We're here, man. The Lord is going to bring great judgment. And like I said, I was on my way home, and I had my buns with me because they go to camp as well. And I was just telling them about it. And now they're sitting down in the church, and all this started to hit me now. From the dreams that came from the past from many years ago to now. Because I remember the dreams like they were yesterday. The Lord had a spirit to Had me remember these dreams like it was very, very close, like I had them last night. The fierce anger of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall not return until he have done it, until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days, ye shall consider it, man. And that storm was a terrible storm, man. It was a terrible storm, man. And like I said, man, people was calling me trying to find out what was going on. In the storm, man, I seen through my window the terrible storm, man. It was fire inside the tornadoes. Like I said, in the dream, I seen them as tornadoes. But as a spirit, I woke up and, going through the day, went to camp and everything. Now I know that it was whirlwinds. Man, it's heavy, man. It was very heavy, man. Because the time was here. The time is now. I can't say, like I said, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or 10 days from now or a month from now. The Lord just showed me for many years the same dreams of the storm approaching. And that storm is finally approached. This is Proverbs 10 and verse 25. It says, as the whirlwind passeth, so is the wicked no more. And judgment is coming, man. See, 2/3 of our people are the wicked as well as our enemies, man. And I seen most of the people I knew that knew me in the dream, man. It wasn't Esau in my dream. It was mostly friends and family that know me and know, I'm in the truth or whatever. So this whirlwind was coming upon 2/3 of our people, man. As a whirlwind passes, so is the wicked no more. But the righteous is an everlasting foundation. And see, we're built up on the faith of the Lord, and our foundation is in him, man. And that's why they was calling and trying to get answers of what was going on, man. But it was too late. It was too late, man. And I just believe through the Spirit, it was just too late for me to even tell him anything. It was finished, man. The Lord had brought forth his judgment. So if you got this truth, man, you believe and have faith in the Lord, man, hold on to it. Hold on to it, man, because this is it, man. This is Proverbs 1 and dropping down to verse 25. It says, because I have called and ye refused. So that's why I believe there was a lot of my friends and family, man, 2/3, man, that didn't believe. He says, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And that's what I said, man, because I've been telling my people this for many, many years, man. Friends and family, everybody that knew me, man. I've been telling them through the Spirit of the Lord for many years, man. What the Lord had the Spirit on me to tell them. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. And man, that's what I've seen in my dream, man. The destruction came as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. See, the Lord is not playing, man. The Lord is not playing. That's what I got from the dream, man. This whirlwind is coming, man, and no one is going to be able to stop it. So I could go on, but I'm just going to end it there, man. I usually don't do a lesson at the camp, but this was on my spirit heavy, man, to bring this out. So I'm going to end it there. Lord willing was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.